So hello students, in this presentation we are going to understand the concept of dictionaries in Python. So in my previous presentation we had seen the concept of list and the different operations that we can do with list in Python. So the next concept similar to list is dictionary. So let us understand what is dictionary. So a dictionary is like a list but more generally. So dictionary is similar to a list, but here in list you find that the index positions have to be of type integer, but in a dictionary the index value can be almost any type. So here to access an element inside a list, any element inside a list, we use the index value, and that index value could access the element that is present inside the list. But in dictionary the index value can be almost any type. That concept we will understand when we execute the programs and see. So you can think of a dictionary as a mapping between a set of indices and a set of values. So here in dictionary we call the indices as a key. So here the mapping is between the key and a value. Okay, so here the index value is called as a key and the items are called as a value. So the association of a key and a value is called as a key value pair, or sometimes an item. Okay, so here let us look at an example. We'll build a dictionary that maps from English to Spanish words. Okay, so the keys and the values are all going to be the strings. Fine. So we have a function called a dict. Okay, dict, which creates a new dictionary with no items. Okay, because dict is the name of a built-in function in Python, so you should avoid using it as a variable name. Okay, so we cannot use dict as a variable name in Python, as dict is a built-in function which will create a dictionary. Okay, so this dictionary will be an empty dictionary. So we have a name given to the dictionary is eng to sp, that is English to Spanish, and using a built-in function I am going to use to create a dictionary. So when I print this dictionary, you could see a curly braces getting printed. So what is that? The curly braces represent an empty dictionary. So to add an item to the dictionary, you can use a square bracket. So like this. So if I want to add an item, to this dictionary eng to sp, that is English to Spanish, then I need to represent, I can use this in a square bracket. So let us demonstrate this with an example. So let us create a dictionary first. So here I create a dictionary using a built-in function. Okay, this is how I create. Now there is a dictionary built-in created with the name eng to sp. As this dictionary is empty, so when I print this, you can see there are no items present inside the dictionary and represents it in a curly braces. Okay, so to add the items to the dictionary, as I told you, you have to use the square brackets. So let us use this. Okay, so here is an example how to add an elements to a dictionary. So when I press this, now the item uno has been added to the dictionary eng to sp, and what is the key? Key is 1 and the value is uno. Okay, so what happens is this line creates an item that maps the key 1 to the value uno. If we print the dictionary again, we see a key value pair with a colon between the key and the value. Let us print this and we'll see what exactly the dictionary value looks like. Okay, so here I copy it, paste it. Okay, fine. You can see here you have a key value pair which is represented in a dictionary. So the data, the way the data is stored inside a dictionary is you have a key and a value separated by a colon. So 1 is a key and uno is a value. Okay, so you can see after printing how to add a item to a dictionary. Okay, so you can create a new dictionary with 3 items, but if you print, you might be surprised the way the output is going to be. So here let me add 3 items now to this particular dictionary which just now I have created. Fine, I have added 3 items. The first item already which I had added is uno with a key 1. DOS is the another value that I have added with the whose key value is 2, and trace is the another value which I have added with a key 3. Okay, now when I print it, okay, you can see that how the output will be. Fine, now you can see 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so sometimes what happens is that once again when I print this, okay, here what happens is that the order of the key value pair may not appear the same when you are executing in your system. Okay, so in fact if you type the same example in your computer, you might get a different result, but that's not a problem. Okay, so here the output is appearing the same order as the way I have entered. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, but it may happen that when you are executing the same example in your computer, you may get a different uh, representation, like in the first thing it may appear as 2 DOS, the second may appear as 1 and uno, and 3 and tries. So every time you execute the same line, you may see that the order of the key value pair may not appear in the same way. Okay, so that's not a problem, because anyhow we are mapping each and everything with a key and a value. Okay, so if you want to know what exactly the key 2 is going to hold, okay, with what value exactly it is holding, I can see it. You can see here I have entered the key 2 and then it is returning me the value. So the key 2 always maps the value DOS. So it may appear in any order, that must not make any difference to you, but remember that always as there is a key value pair mapping, so that doesn't make any difference in the order that the dictionary is getting printed. Okay, so there are other things that you should also work with dictionary. So here you can see that we have a function called as len. So already this len function we have discussed when we are discussing on list. So what this len function do? So as we all know, the len function returns the number of elements that are present inside the list or a dictionary. Okay, so it represents a number of elements that are present inside a list or dictionary. So the len function works on dictionary. Okay, so it returns the number of key value pairs. So it returns what? It returns the number of key value pairs. So I just demonstrate to you here. Clear it. So here what it is showing? It is showing 3. Why it is showing 3? Because we have how many items? 3 items present inside the dictionary with a key value 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so the in operator also can be used with dictionary. So what does the in operator do? In operator checks whether that particular key is present in the dictionary or no, or whether that item is present in the list or no, or the same way whether that particular item is present in the list or a dictionary. So we can use the in operator the same way that we have used with a dictionary. So here we have the in operator being used. Okay, so I just demonstrate in, so it returns true. Why it is returning true? Because the key 1 is already present in the dictionary eng to sp. Okay, let me check with the item which is present inside this particular dictionary or not. Yes, uno, it is returning a false. To see whether something appears as a value in a dictionary, you can use the method values. Okay, so that is one thing. So here, which you have something called as values. So what does that particular value tells? So value tells exactly whether it is present in that particular list or no. Okay, so we use the method values, which returns the values as a type that can be converted to a list and then use in the in operator. So directly I cannot use the in operator when I am using it when I want to check whether the value is present inside a dictionary or no. So for that, first I need to create a list and then check whether that particular item is present inside that list or no. So you saw when I used uno in dictionary then eng to sp, it returned me false, but exactly that is not true. You could see that it is already present, but this is not returning me a true value. uh, because of that, we are going to use a method called as values. It's an inbuilt function which return the values that are present inside the dictionary, and this value will be stored inside a list, and the list name is PALS. Okay, let me demonstrate this particular thing. So here now what happens, I have extracted the values from the dictionary eng to sp, and I have created a list, and the name of the list is VALS. Now let me check whether the element or an item is present inside that particular list or no. Now hope so, it should return me true, and that is what is happening. It is returning me a true value. Okay, so the important thing to note here is that the in operator uses different algorithms for list and dictionaries. For lists, it uses a linear search algorithm. As the list gets longer, the search time gets longer in direct proportion to the length of the list. But for dictionaries, Python uses an algorithm called as a hash table. So that has a remarkable property. That is, the in operator takes about the same amount of time no matter how many items that are there inside a dictionary. So compared to a list, accessing the element or the values inside a dictionary is much more easier and faster. Okay, so this is what we have discussed in the introduction part to dictionary. So here we saw in this presentation we saw how to create a dictionary. Okay, definition of a dictionary, how to create a dictionary, and then how to assign the elements to a dictionary. Okay, and then we saw how the key value pair of particular dictionary works out. Okay, by using the key we can access the elements or the value that is associated with that particular key inside a dictionary. Okay, so if you are accessing or you are specifying a key which is not present inside a dictionary, then the system generates an error. Okay, then we saw the length function, which also works on dictionary. It returns the number of key value pairs inside the dictionary. So in this example, as we had entered 3 key values, so it prints it as 3. Okay, then we saw the use of the in operator using a dictionary, whether it, as the in operator tells whether that particular item appears in dictionary or no. Okay, so here you can find but if to see whether something appears as a value in the dictionary, you can use the method called as values. Okay, which returns the values as a type that can be converted into a list, and then use the in operator. So direct in operator cannot be used in a dictionary. You have to use the method called as values, which will convert the values to a list, and through that list I can access the items that are present. Okay, so this is how we demonstrate the working of dictionaries. Okay, so the next presentation we are going to see the more advanced techniques with respect to dictionary. Thank you.